Hey guys, guess what day it is?
Knife Friday!
Knife Friday!
It's my favorite day of the week, Knife Friday.
Like pizza day? No, screw pizza day, Knife Friday.
Pizza? Who needs that when you got this?
Today we're going to be talking...
Failed deployment!
Take two. That's still going in though.
What?
You failed deployment?
Got it.
We're going to be talking to you today about two very, very large scale...
Not really super large scale, but decently sized. His is bigger than mine.
Just look at...
Tactical folders.
I'll be showing you guys the Camillus Cuda folding knife.
Boom. And I'll be showing you a knife that you've probably already seen before, but we all love, so it's worth mentioning. The Spyderco Tenacious Sexual blade. I love
She can be thy handle.
Alright, you want to go first?
Okay. So this is the Camillus, like we said, Cuda. First thing you notice, it's kind of big, which is awesome. However, for such a big knife, take a look at the liner lock, which is what the knife is. It's a liner lock. Pretty small liner lock for such a big blade. That's okay. I guess it works. But it's a big drop point blade. It is Aussite steel. It's really, really nice looking just because of the, I don't know. You guys know me. I like the black on gray, silver kind of look to it. However, one thing people have a kind of odd time with is this opening mechanism. Did you see that? Look at that. My thumb is on it and just push it open. When you get it out the box, this, since it's G10 right here, the whole handle is G10. This is kind of rough, and you can see on here it's a little bit worn down, which kind of sucks because you're wearing down some nice G10. But once it's worn down, it's actually a really, really smooth opening blade. When you flick it, it opens real quick. But because it's such a different opening mechanism, I don't know what they call this. We'll just call it awkward steez for now. It's really, really easy to open. See that? I didn't even... Look. Like, I just opened it just by flicking it. So that's kind of dangerous. Not really digging that. But the knife came out of the package razor sharp. To the point where, like, you could shave your cat with this thing. I don't know why you'd pick your cat and shave it, because that's just cruel. And also, why would you want a cat? They're miserable creatures. But it came sharp as can be. Another thing I really like about it is the handle itself. This G10 is nice and smooth, but it also has a good amount of grip. Speaking of grip, the jimping on it, so-so. I mean, your finger kind of moves. John, you just farted.
No, I didn't. That was you.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Wait, no, it wasn't. Your finger kind of moves on the jimping a little bit, which is alright. If you don't like jimping, which I do, so it's not alright. I take that back. The top of the blade, let's get this focused in here. The top of the blade, I can smell that. Oh, it really tapers down to this nice swedge here, which, I mean, one, it looks great, and two, if you have a flint, you can ignite that pretty easily. Another thing I like about the knife is the pocket clip is real diesel. It's not really a deep carry, but for a knife this big, you're not going to carry it too deep because it's a freaking monster. Also, as it says, the blade is titanium coated. See that? So I would imagine it hasn't been exposed to much weathering because I try to treat it like a little infant. I would imagine that it can hold up to the weather pretty well. But overall, it's a really solid knife. It's nice and centered pretty much. Obviously, since it's a huge blade, it would have a little bit of wiggle. You'd think so? Nope. Pretty solid. I think it's because of this awkward mechanism, so they don't have to mess with the washers too much. So it's really, really solid in there. Overall, a good knife. Now, how much is this? I'll tell you how much. 30 bones. 30 bones and you get yourself an Aussite titanium blade. This thing is massive. Just a massive, huge blade. Like, look at that. It's bigger than my hand. This is my first Camillus knife though, and I have to say, I'm pretty impressed by the quality of it overall. The only complaint, like I said, was a small liner lock on it. But overall, definitely recommend it. Thumbs up. Camillus Cuda, 30 bucks.
Alright, so it's my time to show you my knife for this Friday. Knife I love. I love this knife. It's my first Spyderco knife. Cool. Focus, damn you. There we go. So this is the Spyderco Tenacious. Great little blade. Yeah, let's throw it down on the table. Zoom in on that beach. That's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, sexual. Alright. So, first off, if we want to talk about the blade on this thing, we have that standard Spyderco leaf-shaped drop point kind of blade. Love it. It's made out of, I don't know if you can see it, 8CR13 MOV, which I actually have quite a bit of experience in because I love like budget knives. I have a bird knife that uses it. I have a San Renmu knife that uses it. All my Kershaws use it. It takes a wicked edge. A lot of people complain about rust problems. I've never got a rust spot. But then again, I'm not like deep sea diving with my pocket knife. So that's the blade. Handles, G10, pretty sick. It's pretty grippy, but still nice and smooth. Not gonna like shred your pants with the pocket clip. There's a lot of knives that I have that have like really textured handles, and they will just trash your pocket like this one on my pants now is. And then talking about the handle, actually we'll talk about the clip. It's that, I don't know what you call that, hourglass shape. It's the same one that's on the bird knives. Really good clip. I like how the lanyard hole goes through it, which is cool. And what's really nice about it is actually positionable on all four corners. So if you want to rock it tip down, tip up, like I like, lefties, rocking, boom, on that side too. So it's a really good ambidextrous knife because of that big deployment hole. Obviously ambidextrous. Look at that, I even did it. Lefty, boom. Or you can do what I did. If you don't want to deploy it with that thumb hole, look at that. That's the zip tie modification. And then for those of you who don't know about this, what actually happens is when you draw this out of your pocket, that zip tie gets caught on your pants and actually opens the knife. Kind of like a waveable Emerson. On the cheap style. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Boom. And that speaks to all the different ways you can deploy this knife too. So you can do it with the zip tie, you can wave it out of the pocket. You can do it standard, like that with thumb stud. You can do it from behind somehow, like that. That's cool. You look cool when you do that. You can Spidey drop it. Boom. Look at that. So versatile.
Spidey drop.
That's what it's called, I think. Spidey drop. Hold the Spidey hole and drop the handle out. That's cool.
Nothing fancy much. That's cool.
That's cool beans. But yeah, and the reason we kind of paired these knives up, Pat's Cuda and the Tenacious, because this is kind of a larger blade for me, more tactical looking. It's kind of a bigger blade, which is kind of scary. Traction on it, it's got some really good, if I can zoom in on it, or focus on it. I don't know, you can't, if you can really see it. Up on the thumb ramp there, there's some really sick jimping. It's really sharp. Actually grabs your finger really well. So you could thrust cut with this, reverse it, wrap your hand over there, reverse grip. My ASPAT, my standard test for every like tactical knife with jimping is this. I put my finger on top and I go, ugh. And if it feels good, I give it the A+. This one, it's an A+. Yeah, also, liner lock. Cool. And unlike that Cuda, this liner is actually decently thick. And it's not really heavy. It's not as heavy either because the liners, you can't really see it. Maybe you can right there. The liners are skeletonized, which means they're drilled out and milled to make them lighter. So yeah, so that's and price on this thing, I don't know, about $33, $32 off of Amazon. Awesome knife for the money. This feels like a more expensive knife than it actually is. Smooth deployment, phosphor bronze bushings in there, or washers, whatever they're called. Sick. Love it. Eat your heart out. So filthy. Look at that. It's all dirty.
Now, if you want to buy either of these two knives, we'll post a link in the description below. Until next time, I'm Pat.
I'm John.